Hello and thanks for staying with us on Asset Television. This is Issues of the Moment. Today we are going to talk about the political campaigns that have not been lifted by the Independent National Electoral Commission. How are the politicians going to transverse the country? What are the issues now to be raised during their campaigns? How are Nigerians going to take them serious this time around after failed opportunities? Since 1999, Nigerians have been going through all the hordes of politicking. Have the issues canvassed really been implemented? My name is Sunday. I'm here today this morning with Dr. Charles Edet'S Esquire. He's a publisher and a political analyst. Dr. Charles, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sami.
Now, just last week, the windows are open again for campaigns, and Nigerians, politicians particularly, have begun to transverse the country seeking for vote, canvassing same issues that have been canvassed before. How, this time around, what do you want? How are you looking at the campaigns that are going on now?
Thank you, Mr. Sami. It is a seasonal thing. Every year of campaign, we expect that political issues will hit the society. And with what is happening now, this declaration, which we know that we're following the timetable as expected and as given by INEC and as established by the Act of Electoral Acts, it is now that the populace have to decide following what the campaign trend of each of the parties. We think that right now is for every political party to present their agenda and manifestos appropriately, so that the people will now decide. Even though in the Nigerian present situation in Nigeria, people are already taking decision. Some have their interests that they want to follow up, and then those that don't have that interest, they just stay neutral. But however, we have a good time where campaigns have taken off.
So, no, what are the issues? Those issues that you think should buy to get the conscience of the people as they go out there. What do you think the issues should be?
Yeah, the issues are very clear. People want their welfare, a peaceful nation, the resolutions to issues of security, where the economy, improve the economy, welfare, health issues, education, then the aspect of good governance. If the people look at it, appropriate infrastructures that are put in place, if these things are not available, or where there is a misplacement of priorities, that these are government priorities, nothing will happen. So no. The issues are straight. People want good governance. First, they want their welfare, they want their protection, where government or whoever that wins or is in the saddle will be able to do the exact thing that will make people to feel relaxed and then to be productive.
Now, these issues you mentioned now should be at the front burner, have severally been canvassed by politicians. Yeah. But the fact is that as soon as they get into the saddle, they forget about what they had promised the people. How do you think Nigerians should be able to hold their politicians accountable for what they have told them?
Just like it is. That is why we have a good press. Though the press have now been politicized to a very large extent. What the people are determined to see in a government is ensuring that each government, your promises, your campaign promises are fulfilled. It's not just promise and go away. When you win, you stay there and start looking and deviate from the exact things that the people want you to do. You now say, I promise there will be pipe-borne water, electricity will be this, and then health will be this, and it is not done. So that is where the people are concerned. If there is no satisfaction of promises, if there is no implementation, deliverance of what you have promised, then totally you have failed.
Okay, let's take, for instance, the present administration. At a point during campaign, the president said, I will give you light. And if I don't give you light, if I come back, don't vote for me. Should Nigerians take that as a bond?
Well, it is a political statement, and more so when there is an inheritance in governance from another political party. You will find out that it will be difficult for total fulfillment where such infrastructures that have to enhance electricity are not properly done by previous governments. So, following the statement of the president, I think he did not know, or he was not appropriately aware
Or what he was going to meet on
what
ground.
was going to meet on ground. It is what he has met on ground that has decayed, that is trying to put in order, and then that was what prompted his promise. If not, going by what he said that time, if things were as it were expected of him or by him, then the people will say yes, that actually he has tried. But notwithstanding the efforts the presidents have put in respect of his responses to his desire to have a fulfilled electricity, bound for the people. But unfortunately, his lieutenants, who are in charge of this infrastructural, development, apart from some sectors that are okay, in electricity particularly, there is a shaky, content whereby things are not as desired. And don't forget that there's vandalization.
Yes.
There is vandalization, and it is a total sabotage to his anticipated, fulfillment of the promise. If not, I think the president still has, at least has fulfilled up to 60% of his promise in that sector. But he still have more to do for the people to do what? To have confidence and trust his former promise to the people. Okay. But that does not mean that the people should say he has not done well. He has he has not fulfilled his promise, because things have to build step by step.
Step by step.
He did not recognize
3 years and above
he
now.
He did not recognize the decay. If he had recognized the decay before making that statement, then he should have been held responsible.
Okay, just like the power sector, look at the petroleum industry too. That has remained campaign promise by all the politicians since 1999. We will fix the refineries, we will do this. Now, the 3 major refineries, Kaduna, Warri, and Port Harcourt, none had taken off. But meanwhile, monies are still being pumped into it. It's become a conduit pipe. How do you think Nigeria should be able to fix this institution?
For decades.
For decades.
For decades, we have been having problem
with the petroleum sector.
With the petroleum sector, and governments have tried to ensure that they get Nigerians out of the quagmire of that very issue that concerns petroleum, supply in the country. So these refineries is indeed a very serious anathema, because
will you agree it's a drain pipe?
It's a very big drain pipe for the economy. Why is it a drain pipe? Governments, as I said, not this particular government, we cannot hold them responsible for what has gone wrong in that industry, that petroleum industry. It is only for Nigerians to come out in their best form to ensure that government is appropriately disturbed to satisfy their needs. These 3 refineries are very important.
Sorry, let's take a break now. Let's take a break now, and we'll come back. We were talking about before we went on that short break, we were talking about the petroleum industry becoming a drain pipe. Go on from there.
Yeah, like I said, it is a drain pipe. It is among the major issues that the present government and then the outcome of the election should be put into consideration. People should look at it appropriately. We are wasting a lot of resources in that sector. And it is not good for the economy, it's not good for the people. It is part of the thing that is increasing insecurity. It's part of the thing that is affecting the progress of this economy, development and the rest of them. And what is the drain? The drain is, again, part of the corruption that is in that industry.
No, Nigerians are the ones working there. And the industry, for as far as I know, is not functional. But the petroleum industry now is not functional. But people are being paid for doing nothing. Just like the steel industry. We have one other one in Kogi State like that. That place has not functioned for years. But people are there and they are being paid every month by the Minister of Steel. So, I mean, how for you, how would you want any government to handle this situation?
You see, there is if you stop paying the people, it is something that will affect a lot of majority. How is it going to affect these people that are working there? They are still very important, because if there is a revival of that industry,
they are working there, but they are not producing anything.
No, they are not. There's no production. There's no production. There's not like production has been stopped entirely. It is functioning at a very minimal point.
Have you seen any steel plate being rolled out from that place?
Well,
where you go to a market and say this steel is from the Nigerian industry.
Yes, if you go to this steel, not particularly Itaped, we have in Onitsha, we have in Kogi,
yes,
and we have in other places. So, but that Itaped owns because of the interest of the federal government in it particularly and others. They may not roll out steel, but what they are rolling out is at a very minimal percentage. So it is based on that we should be considering leaving these people until the federal government is appropriately ready to revive the industry. If not, even the refineries, why they are not well to do is because there is what called internal sabotage. And it is that internal sabotage that makes government to do what? To waste money on the personnel. We cannot say that, NNPC has faulted, therefore we'll close the industry. It will be creating more problems to the economy. So what we need to do is let Nigerians open their eyes properly, consider what the present government is doing, consider what anybody who is campaigning with their own lies. You get the idea? Because not when you come in, you think you are going to be there. There are several other issues that can be done. We're talking about infrastructure, we're talking about food production, we're talking about education, like I said, unemployment. There are a lot of things. In every of this, the refinery you're talking about, the NPC have people, capable engineers that can promote a good, healthy, working system. But do you know what? There are others outside the industry, outside NNPC, that are sabotaging the success of this particular.
Somebody from outside is not sabotaging the success of a particular industry that it doesn't belong.
Do you know what stopped Nigerian Railways from working? It is the private transport sectors that sabotaged the functionality of the Nigerian Railways. It is the very machineries that are in NNPC that were helped by those who are interested in this subsidy matter we're talking about, to be importing fuel, to do refinery, to do whatever that they have interest in. You get the idea? Okay, that is what is pulling down.
Let's go, because you talked about unemployment that is causing insecurity in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Now, in the 80s and the early 90s, over 85,000 youths were being employed by the textile industries.
Yes.
Now, no single textile industry is working. And all these people, assuming they were, during Buhari, he gave a bailout to the textile industries, billions of naira. What has that
So no light of the day.
No light of the day. No light of the day. So what do you think Nigeria should do now to revive the textile industry in order to absorb all these workers?
Nigeria has the pleasure, let me use the word pleasure, of reviving systems that never worked. You understand? When you talk about revival of a particular system like that textile industry, yeah, you have to make sure that the machineries are there, that are put in place. Let the government use their own capacity to import those things, those machineries that will enhance the functionality of that industry. If not, the textile industry will not work. If you go and pump in money there, the people that have for long been starved financially will use it to say they will not go to buy the machineries again. They will just say, let us revive the machines. And you find out that in the process of reviving machines, more money will be consumed because they will not be stable.
Now, let's come to the central politics now. Today, Nigeria believes it's an unwritten statement, whether written, but meanwhile it's not in our constitution, that power should rotate between the north and the south. Yeah. And that north, when it goes to north, every northern state has the capacity of taking the slot. Yes. And if it comes to the south, every southern state, in fact, southeast, southwest, south are all grouped in that place. To you, what should have been the right political equation in Nigeria?
Well, just like it's being done already. The north goes, the south goes, but it is totally wrong to bring in all the political indices like southwest, south, southeast. You classify them as north. If there should be rotation, the rotation should go
by zone.
Southeast zone is their turn. Southwest zone is their turn. Northwest, northeast, you understand, and north central. Let it be known let it be established that this is the pattern. And every politician that wants to, there will be interference. If it is turn of the south, like now, it is simply the turn of the south.
It's simply the turn of the south, yes.
You understand? And it's been presently occupied by
the southwest,
by a southwesterner. You get the idea? So with that, there is no need, and we have 8 years. So if there should be any contention, any electoral interest for this country to be peaceful, to move on, it should continue in the south. Not anybody coming up from the north to say, I'm interested in this thing. You understand?
They should always wait for their turn.
Wait for your turn. When it's your turn, you get there and do what you have to do.
So indirectly, you are asking Atiku to wait for his turn.
I am not calling any name, but I'm saying that geographically speaking, you understand, in election matters that will enhance peace in the country, that anybody from the north who is coming out right now in order to stop the south from satisfying or fulfilling their 8 years mandate is this wrong. You don't want unity. What is that you are coming to do? That will be, if like Obi is there, Tinubu the incumbent is there, you understand? Any other person that comes from the south, whether west, east or south, I mean, it is justified. You understand? So we have Donald Duke, yes, who is there. You understand? These are justified participants in this electoral system, whereby even the INEC should have come out to say, look, we are the umpires. This should remain like this. After this, it goes to the north. You understand? It's left for the north to decide. Is it northeast? Is it northwest? Is it not central? You understand? So that the unity will be properly galvanized. We will be able to understand that, yes, we are one. We don't have to bring unnecessary sentiments and unnecessary interests by thinking that individual interest is not above national interests.
Okay, before we go, I want you to, because It's 3.5 years now, and we are planning for the next general elections. Can you do a little bit survey of this administration, and if you were to give them a mark, maybe a percentage, what will you rate them?
Well, there are many demands on the present government of President Tinubu. And we cannot say he has not done well, he has done well. Many claim that there are things that he inherited that were totally bad.
But he saw them, he knew about them before he came in, and he promised he was going to
get them rectified. Yes.
Rectified.
Yes, he did that. But when you do not know the width and the length of the ocean, you understand, before you commence on any contest, swimming contest, you may somehow be drowned. But if you are good enough and have the capacity and the strength to swim over, yes, he came, he saw the storms and the turbulence,
and he did not conquer.
Within the system. You putting word in my mouth? Within the system.
No. He came, he saw.
Yeah, no, he came.
Yes.
He saw. Understand? Yeah. And the tenure is not over. While he is walking, trying to swim himself across the system, he is trying to overcome and to deliver. And we can see in other sectors. Look at the infrastructure aspects. Look at Wike in FCT. Look at Umahi in the works. You understand? And then look at this man in aviation. Yeah? All of them are doing their best. We know those who are working, actually. Exactly. The president is coming up with a lot of things. Don't be surprised that even insecurity, the issue of insecurity, is very worrisome. You think he's not overwhelmed? From my own point of view, I feel that he is overwhelmed. It's only to continue to do prayer, but not to relax the pressure upon the president, and at the same time, get to know.
It's only in Nigeria that
is in a heated
situation
position.
like this, they always call for prayers. Prayers, it's just like the peace accord that was signed a few days ago. Somebody said they signed with their hands, yes, but not their hearts.
Yes, in politics, you sign with your hand.
It should be also from your heart.
No. The heart is manifest in the situation that is on ground. So what the percentage I will give Mr. President,
yes,
right now, you understand, which is my individual opinion, is given the issues that are confronting the nation, and how far he has been able to maneuver
and mitigate over them,
and at the same time get hands that will help this situation. I think the president has done 85%.
Very generous.
Yeah, 85%. In the sense that you cannot give him 100%.
85%, you are even very generous.
It is a thing that he deserves. He has stayed for 3 years, yes, not without turbulence. I've said it earlier.
I know.
The storm is still hard. It is pushing. The economy, understand, the stagnancy of the global economy cannot be written off in this situation. I think given Tinubu's mendability, we should be able to understand that he has the capacity, but overwhelmed by the systems, the natural systems that are pressurizing his government.
All right, that's a good point and a place to land at this time. It's been nice speaking with you. For those of you who are watching, this is Assets Television, and I have been with Dr. Charles Edet, political analyst and publisher of Detective Magazine. Have a nice time. Stay with us for further programs. Thank you.